Okay, here's the deal.
Hello, Gig. What's up, dude? Vegan San, what's up?
With respect to climate, society decides in the UK and Canada, many other places. But in UK and Canada, it's the law of the land to get to net zero by 2050.
A couple more have dropped out. Welcome back to Moose on Loose. My name's David, and today's top story here, we've got two more Liberals dropping out of...
From now on, I will address you as Emperor and not Supreme Ruler.
Okay, that's fine. Emperor sounds good. Thanks for the donation, Benedict Arnold. Have I ever played RuneScape? Yeah, I played it in elementary school for like 3 minutes, and I realized all my friends that played RuneScape are retarded.
I got into an argument in the comments section on IG about how red meats and eggs increase your cholesterol over time if you eat large amounts of it and it's part of your diet. They disagreed. You can have a good physique and be unhealthy. That was my point.
It kind of amazes me that there's still this argument going on that saturated fat and cholesterol don't raise cholesterol, because all the carnivore diet influencers have been taking their blood work regularly. Like, they make it a point, oh, you can be healthy on a carnivore diet, then they'll take their blood work, and then, you know, they'll have, like, ridiculously high cholesterol. You actually see, in some cases, their HbA1c increase over time, so they're becoming diabetic. And then, occasionally you'll see other things like their C-reactive protein go up, shit like that, inflammatory markers. And they compare their blood work before and after the diet and shit like that. Like, I don't know how the fuck you can possibly find anybody who denies saturated fat and cholesterol do not raise your serum cholesterol score. Like, it's a done deal. Nobody in the carnivore diet community is even denying it now. The only thing they deny is that it's bad for you. They just say, oh, it doesn't matter. But they don't deny that it does elevate levels. So the people you're talking to are just outrageously retarded. Thanks for the donation, Killing Titan.
And by the way, I'm sorry for your divorce. You'll be okay. I believe that.
Yes, I will be fine. And no need to feel sorry. Thanks for the donation, Killing Titan. Sengoku donated $2. Worst list. 10 best anime of all time. Heard that one's good. I've never seen it. Yeah, that is definitely not top 10. I could see that being the top 10. That's reasonable. Never seen it. A lot of people like it. Again, it's not an unreasonable choice. Yeah, that is not a top 10 anime. That is definitely not a top 10 anime. Attack on Titan's good. Never even heard of the Fate series. I don't think I've ever seen Black Clover. Like, again, it's probably not a top 10. Again, depending on your taste, Naruto might make sense, especially if you just ignore all the filler episodes. That was a terrible list, you're right. Thanks for the donation, Son Goku.
Do you think he's natural?
Oh, he's absolutely not natty. They said he did a 12-week training program for WWE, and he had a full six-pack, leanest he's ever been. He's 53. I'm like, guys, he's on everything. Not only do I not think he's natural, I think he's on all of it and then some. You don't get big like that into your 50s compared to your 40s and 30s. Like, you see some photos of him in his 30s, he's way bigger and leaner now. Then you watch his little workout. This is The Rock. I'm going to go through my leg workout. And then he gets in there. He had 2 plates on each side of the leg press. This is the waist.
And then this jolly green bean head ass dude lied. He said he eats 5 to 6 eggs every day as well as a few pieces of steak and his cholesterol is perfect. Like either the lab is giving false results or he's just a straight up liar.
Back when I started my YouTube channel, people would always comment that my cholesterol is perfect. Perfect isn't a cholesterol score. It's a range from 0 to basically... There's no upper limit. But there's a detectable range. It ranges from 0 to, you know, yeah, sometimes in the thousands. So they never give their cholesterol score. They'll just say it's perfect. So they either never got their blood work, or it's insanely high and they're embarrassed to share it. So they're just full of shit. Thanks for the donation, Killing Titan.
I'm like, it's his first.
Yeah, I'm getting divorced.
That is warming up. No, he stuck with that weight the whole time. So he did this work. He's like, look how hard it is. 30-pound walking lunges. 2 plates was every exercise. I'm like, is he a bikini competitor?
What about The Rock? Do you think he's natural?
Yeah, he probably has fucked up knees or something.
Of the Liberal leadership race. We've got all sorts of chaos going on now that Mark Carney has gone on the Jon Stewart show, which I showed in the previous video. It's blowing up all over the place. Him saying he's not one of the insiders, he's an outsider, when clearly he's very much the driving force behind Trudeau's policies for all these years. On top of that, he's a special economic advisor to Trudeau, so he's very much a part of the Liberal Party. Let's jump into this. First off, we have Francois Philippe Champagne here, dropping out of the race. He's decided he doesn't want to get into that madness. Probably knew he didn't have enough time to properly fundraise. The entrance fee of $350,000 plus another $200,000 to run the campaign. It was something he didn't want to go toe-to-toe with Mark Carney with. That's my take on this. He probably wants to wait and see if he can jump in later, a couple years from now, and try to win that leadership bid when Trudeau's stank gets off the party.
Thought very carefully about that period. And I come to the conclusion that I will not be seeking to be the leader of the Liberal Party of Canada for the upcoming race. I will dedicate my energy to defend Canada, to defend Canadians, to defend Canadian businesses. It was probably one of the most difficult decisions in my life, but I think it's the right one at the right time.
Now, supporters did see him as a really strong contender. He's well respected by people on sort of all sides of the political spectrum. I mean, there's lots of premiers who really like him, including conservative premiers, for example. But he says there's other ways to fight for Canada other than entering the Liberal leadership race. And so that's what he's going to do, at least for now, in this race. The other person who says they're out is Christy Clark, the former BC premier, also someone who most people thought was really serious about running, and perhaps she was, but she ran.
This is very interesting because she's dropped out just days after she said she was full force in this race. Once again, a short run up here, but the fact that she went on CBC and they fact checked her and said, you're a member of the Conservative Party. You voted for Jean Charest. You're a conservative. You're not a lifelong liberal. And then she said, no, that wasn't me. Then they brought up the fact they called the Conservatives. They verified it. She said, release it. The Conservatives release it. And now she's humiliated. She came out with that tweet that saying that crap happens, using an SH word, completely humiliated, backed into a corner, and she realized that she just screwed over her own run for liberal leadership.
While we have come a long way in a short time, there is simply not enough time to mount a successful campaign and for me to effectively connect with Francophone Canadians in their language. I have worked hard at improving my French, but it's not where it needs to be today.
So she's blaming it on the French. She can't be honest.
The whole French language thing for Canadian Prime Minister is fucking retarded. I do not know why we care about such a small ethnic minority in Canada where the actual Prime Minister has to speak their fucking language. Like, no other country does it. You don't need to be able to speak Spanish if you want to be the American president. You don't have to know how to speak, I don't know, fucking Italian if you want to be the UK Prime Minister. I don't know why we do it here. Who gives a shit?
This once. She can't just say, you know what, I put my foot in my own mouth, I lied to Canadians, I got caught. Like, just come out once and be honest. She's just as deceptive as Justin Trudeau.
And then she went on in that email to also sort of pinpoint the fact that the timing of the...
No, it's funny, that's happened before too. There was somebody who was running for, can't remember if it was Prime Minister or MP. They lied about being able to speak French. And I think they assumed in their regular daily job they'd never have to speak it because they're just going to, like, be a bench sitter or something. So then, for a televised debate, out of nowhere, they decided to host part of the debate in French. And she was totally caught off guard and, like, just looked like a fucking retard. Couldn't even understand the questions being asked.
Prime Minister's resignation really doesn't give a lot of time for candidates like herself, but also for the party to renew and grow, although she still has hopes that it will do both.
Booty cum, donate $2.
Vegan Gains, this is for you, bro.
Vegan Gains.
Tofu almond man.
I like to piggyback with my fellow misfit partner in arms. Lord Vader, Jason Genova.
Vegan Gains, you are such a vegan, bro.
You are.
Could NATO develop a technology, let's say some satellite laser that could neutralize Russian and Chinese nukes before they reach their targets?
It wouldn't be a satellite. You wouldn't be able to power it, and it wouldn't be able to move fast enough. And it would only be able to be used when it's in a certain area of orbit. So there is missile defense technology that uses lasers. They're on the ground. But yeah, there is already that technology being developed. Israel wants to buy it because it's a lot cheaper to run than the Iron Dome. I think it's something like 1/10 of the cost because it just runs on electricity, essentially, rather than actually having to have hardware that gets wasted that needs to be replenished. Thanks for the donation, though, Majin Vegeta.
Are absolutely absurd. It's like, would you go into a gunfight with a knife? Does it make sense? I mean, the most healthy substance known to man, which we are made of, by the way, animal protein, flesh, you refuse to eat. And
this is coming from the guy who is diabetic, had kidney failure, liver failure, and seems to have died from cardiac arrest.
You're touting the benefits.
Oh yeah, and he had heart failure. I forgot about that.
Of that? You're very misguided. Do you understand if you simply added a...
No, Lenny doesn't have fake teeth. He just obsessively brushes his teeth and takes care of his teeth.
pound of
tofu and almonds,
steak a day a flank steak, the improvements you would make mentally as well as physically. And let's talk mental.
He's a freaking vegan, baby.
You're sitting there with a comic book images behind you. Total fantasy is where you're at. I mean, I liked the old Spider-Man back in the day when I was a kid, when I was a cookie cutter kid. You know, the Fantastic Four, Incredible Hulk. But you grow up. I mean, you're in your Canada, and I'm getting a little sick of you Canadians. You know, these get some good ones, and you got some really whack jobs up there. One day Canada's going to be invaded, and what are you going to
This aged pretty well.
do when things come back full circle and you're stuffing edamame and tofu down your throat?
Well, thanks for the donation, Booty Kim.
Now, sources tell us that Chrystia Freeland, another name that has been much talked about on this front, will be throwing her hat in the ring before the 20th, so before U.S. Inauguration Day. And that's because who would really want to compete with that day in terms of getting attention for an announcement? And Jonathan Wilkinson, the Natural Resources Minister, still, as we know it, pondering going forward. He hasn't said that he is not, but he also hasn't officially announced. And he's in Washington the next 2 days as part of the Team Canada offensive in terms of trying to ward off tariffs from Trump.
He's not going to run in this race. He's just going to come out after a couple days here when he comes back. He says, yeah, I'm dropping out. Karina Gould, though, is serious about running. Former Deputy Prime Minister to Jean Chrétien, Sheila Copps, has come out supporting Karina Gould.
I'm throwing my support behind Karina Gould, who is young, she's dynamic, she speaks 4 languages, she's an international lawyer with a background in immigration and refugee law.
Mm-hmm. Young and dynamic, how about a liar, a capital A liar? If we go down memory lane, Karina Gould was appointed in February 1st, 2017 as Trudeau's Minister of Democratic Institutions. Then on November 20th, 2019, so 2 years later, she's appointed the Minister of International Development. Then she was appointed October 26, 2021. Another 2 years later, the Minister of Families, Children and Social Development. And then she was the leader of the government in the House of Commons since July 26, 2023. So another 2 years later. She's changed her position 3 times, 4 different positions, and none of those are the Minister of Immigration. You think someone who is a lawyer who specializes in international immigration would be the immigration minister, while Mark Miller and Sean...
This whole situation is a complete joke. I have no fucking idea why. Like, I know why. It's because fucking Justin Trudeau's just a fucking slimy slug cunt. But they're gonna lose. These people are gonna spend a ton of money, waste a ton of time getting a new prime minister elected to lead the Liberal Party. And then, like, literally a few weeks later, there's gonna be a new election, and we all know they're going to lose. There is zero prospect of a Liberal victory. So we all know the Conservatives are going to win the next fucking election. All they're doing is wasting fucking time and money for no fucking reason. They're just dickheads. That's all they are.
I hate it when anti-vegans claim, oh look, this vegan got cancer, got you. When a carnivore or omnivore gets cancer, no one blames the diet, but when vegan gets it, oh it's the diet. Oh, I got depression, it's the plants, bro. Hate those arguments, man.
There have actually been at least 3 carnivore diet influencer people who've gotten cancer and died. What's also really funny is Michaela Peterson's mom ended up getting a pretty rare and aggressive form of kidney cancer after being on the carnivore diet for 2 years. I think she needed 1 kidney removed, and she nearly died. So she was able to pull through. I don't know how much longer she's going to live or anything, but yeah. It's funny how nobody blames that on the carnivore diet, but if the same thing were to happen to me, if I were to get like kidney cancer or something, everybody would say, oh, it's a vegan diet. Thanks for the donation though, Majin Buu. Or sorry, Majin Vegeta.
Fraser, who both had that position of immigration minister, are both lawyers. Why wouldn't Trudeau put her in that position, having a specialization in that? It's just baffling the decisions Trudeau made. Like, you can't put these pieces together. None of it makes sense.
And she also happens to be a great communicator. And I think this is a race where we need somebody not just to build for the next election, but for the next generation of Liberals. And I see Karina as doing that.
Karina Gould's a liar. She will not be the next prime minister of our country.
Well, I'm seriously considering it. I'm thinking about it, and I'll have more to say in the coming days. Yeah, look, I understand.
Dude, she looks like some fucking basic bitch single mom twat. Like as if anybody wants you to be prime minister. W don't need $2. You don't understand VG. Men are evil, apparently, LMA.
There are so many things.
Okay, I'll react to that next. Thanks for the donation, W.
Understand this is a time of uncertainty for our country, whether it is, internal Canadian politics or whether it is some of the challenges that we are facing from abroad. But, one of the things that I was reflecting on, I'm not sure how many of you saw Mr. Chrétien's op-ed yesterday in the Globe and Mail, and I had actually had the opportunity to meet with him earlier that week, is, how proud we should be of being Canadian.
It's fucking psychotic, too. They, not only did they ban firearms for no reason, they actually doubled down and, put a bunch of other guns on the ban list now. And they did that for no other reason than because they knew an election was going to be called soon, and they thought they were going to get some additional votes. The types of, fucking anti-gun cucks who would vote for the Liberal Party would have voted for them anyway, regardless of whether or not they banned any guns. And the way they did the ban, it wasn't announced. It wasn't some big televised event. It was this really sneaky thing where people actually had to pay attention to document filings or something. So none of their fucking voters would have even known about this. It's only people who are involved in the firearms community who ended up watching reports about this shit because they're actually interested in firearms. So, it just perfectly sums up the Liberal Party. When they actually want to try to do something to get more votes, it makes absolutely no fucking sense. They don't do it in a way that would actually increase voter turnout. And they just try to fuck over people for absolutely no goddamn reason. I can't stand them. I just want them fucking gone. I hate this cucked fucking shit where, we gotta ban guns. Fuck you. You wanna have fun? We're banning fun too. You can only suck dick from now on, and not even nice smooth dicks. They're gonna be hairy dicks, and you're gonna get hair in your mouth, and you're gonna have to go to get the hair out. Fuck you.
Canadian and how strong a country we are. And as Canadians, we have a lot to offer.
Yeah, but you've taken it away from Canadians. We could be really rich. Canadians are living in tents. Canadians are living in campers, in their cars. It's disgraceful.
Why is it so hard to find intelligent, non-corrupt politicians who are in the middle and not ultra-cucked left-wing progressive or right-wing neo-Nazis? Why do I have to choose between dog shit and cat shit? I just reasonable and logical policies, man.
Well, the fundamental reason for that is most people are just fucking stupid, right? They're completely incompetent. They're not rational thinkers. And even when they are, there's also the other issue of being compromised in some way. So they're working off of some sort of greedy self-interest. There's corporate corruption. So that's why you're never going to see a political party that just makes sense, where, oh yeah, I'll vote for them because they're not retarded and they literally check the box of anything a smart, sensible person would do. No, the reason they're left-wing or right-wing or in the middle is because of, some weird ideological bullshit where they just, for whatever reason, emotionally prefer a left or right wing slant to things. And again, they're going to be compromised in some way where they're working off of some sort of self-interest. So yeah, politicians are just always fucktards. Thanks for the donation, Majin Buu. Or sorry, Majin Vegeta.
Myron speaking facts once again.
I fucking hate this guy. I hope he gets, like, run over by a tractor or something.
Had their own country, would they survive?
The answer is no, a profound no. Women don't create anything, they just extract resources versus create them. If we had to rely on women to innovate for anything, we'd literally be still rubbing sticks for fire.
Why do you say that?
Because women don't build shit. Look all around you. Men build everything that you see.
So how do you feel about women being allowed to vote?
You gotta repeal the 19th Amendment. They don't have to go into selective service, which means they have no skin in the game. If you have no skin in the game, you should.
He's not necessarily wrong. It's just like what he's trying to actually tell you is wrong. Like, yeah, I mean, if there was a what if machine and women could just breed on their own, they didn't need men to create more children, and like we only had a society run of women throughout our entire evolutionary history, it's very likely that we would have stayed in the Stone Age, possibly indefinitely. So, like, when you look at some of the big, like some of the big technological achievements, around, like, right out of the Stone Age, like the pyramids of Egypt and shit. It is possible that women would have never been able to do that. Like, yeah, we've developed, people back then figured out how to, like, create blocks out of limestone, and for some of the other stones, they probably used, like, some lever mechanisms and shit like that to make it easier to move. But when you're talking about a group of people that literally aren't even half as strong as men are, the difficulty in creating things like that may have been too much for a society of only women. And again, chances are, like, the only people who are making these sorts of things were probably men. Maybe some things that were sculpted women could do, but like when you're talking about lifting big stone blocks and shit like that, it's possible women would have never done that. A lot of technological achievements were also due to warfare. So, things like flint knapping and shit and creating arrowheads, women may never have, decided to do any of that because, again, they're less violent and they're probably less likely to just murder each other. And other advancements like antibiotics, that was also driven by warfare. People in World War I were getting massive amounts of infections left and right, and one of the big driving factors for the development of antibiotics was, that war.
Shouldn't be playing the game, all right? How can they go ahead and vote in the commander-in-chief when they don't necessarily have to go into a draft? That's ridiculous.
They do have to apply for the draft now.
Emotional. They're physically inferior. A lot of them are dumb.
Yeah, this is coming from the guy who literally goes on screechy rants blaming Jews for everything and can't handle it when women give him the slightest amount of criticism. So, I don't know who's emotional and dumb exactly. As a woman, I agree? Who the fuck? Is this a fake profile?
If feminists had their...
What in the shit? Thanks for the donation, Kid Boo. Women donate $2, let me see. Serving is weird because why are we in Florida with our regulars right now? I don't get it. Divorce.
Sir, I got you, yeah. I got a question for you. Sure, brother. Have you ever been broke before? Yeah, man, of course I have. What line of business did you end up in? Before I was broke or after I was broke? After. So first of all, I've been married and divorced one time, so typically any dude you meet that's been divorced is going to be broke. That's kind of the way it goes. Did you go broke after your divorce? Of course, man, because I love my kids. I have to fight for my kids. My ex-wife had the same lawyer as Dwayne Wade, so it gives you an idea. Evan Marks, dude, was a shark. How much money did you lose in your divorce? You could say everything, bro. But what was your main business? So I work in tech and sales and stuff like that. What was the most amount of money that you made in a single year? So for a guy in corporate America who's in sales, I have broken 7 figures, which is not easy to do. Psychology is a huge component in sales. I wanted to ask, what'd you learn about psychology? I majored in psych, and so when I meet with someone and they're like, shit, your stuff is 5 times the price. Fuck, 5 times the price. Wow, that's fucking crazy. So if the CEO asks me, he's into yoga, hey, I forgot my gear. There's Wilson right here, and there's Lululemon right here. I'm gonna get a Wilson set, top and bottom, $20, or a Lululemon set, top, bottom, $100. It's 5 times the price. Fuck, but if I brought my CEO, Wilson, he's gonna be like, who the fuck are you? What is this? So part of that whole thing is that you have to change the paradigm. In other words, price is only an issue if value is absent. Fuck yeah. It's not about what it costs, it's what you get for it. How old are you now? How old do you think I am, man? 45? God damn, good for you. I'm 55, dude. And like, think about the future, because son is 23.
Okay, hypergamy.
Last and final lesson is accepting female nature, and I had a very hard time.
By the way, this guy was into cuckolding his, I think, ex-wife. They had a cuckold blog where he'd talk about all the men that are fucking his wife. So I don't know if I'd necessarily listen to this dude about dating and female nature and whatnot.
Time in my plugged-in years doing this, not to yours. For the, for the stage. That's what I've done. Designed to the animal family.
This is literally not worth watching. Thanks for the donation, dude. Women donate $2 debate these women on marriage.
That for me is evidence that, deja vu is really a dream. Like that we're having these premonitions. That's taking...
Yeah, I don't, I don't go on people's live streams and wait to debate them anymore. And I already know about that show, so no. Thanks for the donation, dude.
Will you debate Revival Fitness on nutrition and ethics? You should be quick, the clock is ticking. Only a matter of months before he gets tuberculosis.
I've already challenged Revival Fitness to a debate on nutrition and ethics and shit like that. He's a cowardly, retarded cuck bitch. He's too afraid to even respond to any comments I leave on his videos, and even his own fans and viewers have pointed that out. I'll explain in detail why he's wrong, why what he said is scientifically inaccurate. I challenge to debate him, and then literally everyone in the comments says, this guy's ducking you, he responds to every comment except yours, like everybody knows the guy's just a fucking moron. His own audience doesn't even buy his stupid carnivore diet fucking bullshit. So he's a fucking moron, he's a pussy, he knows it, and he is too afraid to debate me. Thanks for the donation, Majin Vegeta. React only tillers, I will ransom them from the power of Sheol. I will redeem them from death, O death, where are your plagues, O... Sheol, blah blah, whatever. Oh my god, here we go. When is TikTok gonna be fucking banned? Yeah, that's great. That's lovely. Thanks. That's great.
Happening currently, right now, that can be explained by one simple thought that women really need to understand. When you're wondering about male behavior, okay, and you're wondering why men are voting for Trump, why men are sitting in the basement instead of getting a job, why men are...
Wasn't there a record amount of women who ended up voting for Trump?
Giving up instead of working harder, why men are acting out, harming others. Just know that under the patriarchy, a man with otherwise no other prospects, like being born rich, being like handsome, talented.
I may be misremembering, but it was either the case a record amount of women ended up voting for Trump, or women's voter turnout for Kamala dropped massively. And that's part of why Trump absolutely annihilated the Electoral College.
All those things. A man is generally left with one of two paths to take in life. One of which is apathy, and the other of which is destruction. That is what guides all of their behavior. Unless they are willing to evolve and take it to the next level and shun the patriarchy, shun the benefits.
As soon as I hear a woman talking about patriarchy, I immediately know this is a lazy, worthless retard who is just completely incompetent at everything they do. Watch it all, donate $2. I'm not watching that, thanks. Thanks for the donation.
That being a cis hetero man presents to them under the patriarchy. And if you haven't heard, I have a podcast out with my two amazing...
Like, this is not how it works. If you send me boring, retarded fucking horseshit that only you care about because you're a fucking moron who likes to, like, suck dick in church or something, I'm not going to watch it. You don't get to dictate what we watch on stream and make everything fucking boring and unwatchable and stupid for everyone else just because you're a fucking Jesus freak moron and you think if I watch a stupid TikTok video, you're going to convert me to Christianity. If I'm not Christian now, do you think sending me a stupid fucking TikTok video like this is going to convert me? Do you think I'm that fucking stupid? Do you think because you're an inbred retard who grew up in a fucking Catholic family, I am too? Are you just trolling? Are you sending this just to annoy me? Are you Christian? Or are you just a fucking asshole? Go fuck yourself either way.
Hi, I want to supplement B12 daily but not sure what dosage would be the right amount. McGee for maintenance and wherever to get cyan/methyl form.
Cyanocobalamin is ideal because it's cheaper and you need a much lower dose. So 250 micrograms of cyanocobalamin per day is what you should be taking. Thanks for the donation, Sean.
Amazing co-host, The Sovereign Woman, and Quinn Veer, and we have 4 episodes out for y'all, including an episode that just came out yesterday, where we interviewed the amazing Shar Henley, the creator of Operation FemFreeze. So if you haven't heard about either of these two things, please go to my profile and click on my link tree. Thanks so much, y'all. See you there. Unless they start actively disowning all of that, evolving past that, when men don't have power in the patriarchy, men who are not given power.
I don't even understand, like, what she's trying to say exactly, or if she understands how power structures are created. We're chimpanzees. Like, we are almost identical to chimpanzees. The only difference is our social structure is just larger.
It honestly scars me how much these Christian nut jobs are growing online.
I don't know if they're growing, but yeah, there may be more grifters, you know? So I'm sure there's a bunch of religious dipshits who do it for a grift and they realize, oh, I'm a stupid retard. And I could make money from being a stupid retard by making stupid retard videos about Jesus. I don't know if, because I'm pretty sure, like, all religions are just declining. Like, nobody gives a shit anymore. Thanks for the donation, though, Dodo. When she says, men who are not given power by the patriarchy or some shit like this, we're literally exactly the same as chimpanzees. The only difference is our social structures are larger. So I think chimpanzees can live in a social group that gets to as high as, like, I want to say like 80 or something like that. Human beings can live in social groups that can get up into, I think, close to the thousands. So the way we work out who has, like, power in society and shit is almost entirely through violence or the threat of violence. That's why men almost always are, you know, the head of the household, you know, leaders of countries or in states or, like, whatever. It's just because men are a greater threat, they're more willing to commit violence, and on top of that, like, men just also work harder, they're more productive, we have testosterone, and that just makes us more motivated, and work harder, and more, and be autistic and retarded, and hyper-obsess and focus on shit. Like, women just lose out because, again, they're physically weaker and smaller. They're less prone to committing violence. Women are less, like, you are far less threatening. The threat of violence with a woman is far lower. And you just don't work as much or as hard or as focused and motivated. So I don't know what she's talking about when men who are not given power meritless by the patriarchy, that's just not how social systems work.
Have you heard the theory of human evolution that neotenous tendencies in mating patterns led to increased self-domestication, and this increased self-domestication led to increased self-selection in humans, thus we started rapidly evolving? Called neoteny.
You're going to have to explain what you mean by self-domestication. So you're probably also just going to have to explain the theory further. I've heard some theories that because human beings, particularly men, have sexual preferences for women who look younger, it may have influenced the time required to go through puberty. And because there's a longer time while you're developing, it gives your brain an ability to go through more maturity and cognitive development. I have no idea if that's true, but thanks for the donation, retard.
How can I argue with white neo-Nazis who argue for the Great Replacement theory? They blame the Jews for immigration, even though those are just immigrants to boost the economy. I mean the visas. They mean non-white immigrants like Indian students, etc.
The Great Replacement theory is fundamentally retarded. It basically postulates that whites are going to go extinct. If you look at any census data, whites as the percentage of the US population is going down, but the absolute number of white people is increasing. So, there doesn't, like, I'm sure given enough time, you're probably going to end up seeing like very few, I don't know, purebred white people where people keep fucking their cousins or something, just to make sure we all have white skin. So yeah, given enough time, I'm sure you're going to have like people who are maybe 1/10 black or some shit like that. But yeah, the idea that white people are going to go extinct is just kind of fucking retarded. On top of that, the reason there's immigration quotas is because it's needed to keep the economy afloat. People do not have children fast enough. And people also age and get old and can't work anymore. So in order to actually have economic productivity, you need a certain amount of immigration. Thanks for the donation, Majin Vegeta. LGBT Jesus donated $2.
Welcome everybody to...
I don't care. Thanks for the donation, dude.
You prove Christianity is true by how you react, Richard. Add my Discord lomfas and debate me.
You're a dumbass, and you're gonna waste my time, and even if I add you and, like, ask you for 5 minutes in chat, what's your Discord name, and, oh, my headphones aren't working, oh, I can't get my microphone to work, oh, my internet keeps going out, let me go to another room, my phone's not working. After all that, you're probably just gonna fucking say something stupid, and you're either gonna be just actually genuinely retarded, or you're just gonna be trolling me the whole time, so... Not interested. Thanks for the donation, dude.
Love you.
Well, I appreciate that. Thanks for the donation, Nut Muffin.
I think this human evolution doc at the 42 at the 59 mark disabuse the patriarchy best.
Gari. Around 2 million years ago, a new character appeared in South Africa. He would go on to radically alter our history. We named him Sediba. Is he an Australopithecus or the first man? That question hasn't yet been solved. Sediba lived in the south of the African continent. Drought increasingly affects this part of Africa and will play a considerable role in the development of our ancestors. Despite spending the majority of their time on the ground, Sediba are still dependent on the trees, the only protection from the man-eating beasts that roam the land.
Wonder how bad they stunk. Be funny if you could go back in time, and time travel, and like they could update history textbooks or anthropology textbooks to like mention they really, really stunk really bad. They like actually smell like shit and piss. That'd be pretty funny. Thanks for the donation, Dodo. Kid Boo donated $2. Let me see. Tommy Sotomayor. Yeah, this is gonna be great. Our Own Hair Club. White women have started a group delineating women who grow their own hair, calling it OHC. You want to bet half of them dye their fucking hair? Like, this chick clearly dyed her hair. This chick clearly dyed her hair. I'm pretty sure they all dyed their hair. Yeah, her, maybe her, definitely her, definitely her, definitely her, definitely her, definitely her. Maybe she didn't. Almost definitely her. And then he's saying, this is their own hair. I can guarantee you, they're not natural, all natural blondes. And they probably also like straightened their hair or something. Like some of them might have curly hair or some shit. Yeah, Tommy just kind of hates black chicks. Thanks for the donation, Kid Boo.
Megan from Team Dalpha claims that soy reduces androgen receptor sensibility and claims that's why Asian men are feminine. I couldn't find any research supporting this claim. Do you know anything about this topic?
That guy is he's basically the final boss of pseudoscience wizards. The majority of what he posts on his channel is absolute dog shit, nonsense, bullcrap. He can't understand most of the research he reads. He reads research on very poorly understood topics to begin with. And like a lot of it is just extraordinarily speculative. I remember he made a video about, like, what is it? Nucleus overload training. Extraordinarily speculative. No real evidence supporting it whatsoever. And then he, like, based on nonsense that he doesn't even understand, concludes, oh yeah, having phases of training where you do extremely high repetitions, it'll cause nucleus overload, and then after you'll just grow faster. Again, this is coming from a guy who basically has an average mid physique that you'd see from anybody who just walks into the gym and has been training occasionally for like maybe a year. So this fucking expert who discovered this amazing, thing. Oh, if you just do high reps for a while and then go back to heavy training, your growth will explode. Okay, this is coming from a guy who has an average physique. If he wears clothes, doesn't look like he lifts. None of his fucking lifts are impressive. The guy's just an absolute clown. I've seen him make other fucking stupid videos about ecdy steroids. Oh, that aged really fucking well, didn't it? This is one of the idiots who is promoting the idea of ecdy steroids having similar effects to actual androgenic anabolic steroids. And he told everybody to eat bowls of quinoa to get, steroid-like benefits from ecdy steroids. Again, has this guy made any more fucking gains? Has anybody made any more gains taking Greg Doucette's fucking Turk supplement and shit from these ecdy steroids? So what this guy likes to do, he does the same fucking exact thing as Rhonda Patrick, that other fucking dopamine dickhead with the fucking tattoos and shit. What they do is they find topics that have very little research, and they find very weird, speculative, new studies that have come out on topics that have not been well researched. And then they act as though they find this new groundbreaking thing that's going to completely change your fucking life. That's exactly what he does. Only he's boring, nobody watches his content, and he's never been able to make like a living off his fucking YouTube videos because I guess people don't want to listen to a guy who says, I have all the secrets of muscle building techniques, I found all this new research, yet he can't really make any gains. Maybe that's why. But Team 3D Alpha is a fucking moron. He's also just a coward. I've challenged to debate him before. I know he posted a video about like soy or something lowering testosterone, and he also said you need cholesterol in order to produce testosterone. I challenged him to a debate on the topic, and all he did was make this fucking email chain with me where he was just doing everything he fucking could to make up stupid fucking excuses and say, oh, well, I don't necessarily disagree with you. And then why did you make the fucking video? Like, I can't stand the guy. He's just a time-wasting fucking asshole. Thanks for the donation, dude.
And you disagree that Christianity without God is socialism/communism?
I don't know, I don't know what that is. Thanks for the donation, dude.
That's basically the theory. Men started preferring more younger females and this led to longer puberties, bigger brains, people burnt out later. There's a wiki on neoteny in humans. Self-domestication just means we self-selected prosocial behaviors.
I find that incredibly unlikely. There's a few issues with that theory. For one thing, animals will fuck anything. Like, look at cats and dogs. They will start mating as soon as they start releasing, like, hormones. So there are many species that don't necessarily have younger mate preference breeding, but they just so happen to have young mate breeding. Yet, like, again, I don't see fucking cats doing anybody's homework, you know? So, I see that as a huge issue with the theory. I also don't see how having younger mate preferences would... Well... So, if you have younger mate preferences, and there are women of breeding ages that are getting into like their 30s, if they are able to still look younger, you know, than they otherwise would, and you preferentially select for that, maybe that would like actually cause genetic changes. But like, dudes are so fucking horny. I just don't. Again, the issue with the theory is men will fuck anything that moves. Yeah, like dudes might have a preference for younger women and shit like that, but like the idea that some like troglodyte chimp, you know, pseudo-human is not going to fuck another chimp because they look a little older. Like, why not just fuck both, right? Like, pound the one chimp that you find more attractive, and then when she's recovering from the dicking, fuck the other chimp. So, I don't know, there's, like, practical issues with the theory. What's more likely is just natural selection. So, like, you can look at humans that are living, you know, in hunter-gatherer cultures. They age way fucking faster. Dudes who are in their 20s look like they're in their fucking 40s. I'm not even kidding. Look at the Hadza tribe. Liver King did a whole fucking video with like members of the Hadza tribe. There were dudes he was talking to who were in their 20s. I could have sworn they were like 40 or older, and they had all of their fucking teeth rotting out of their head. So their lifestyles are probably extraordinarily stressful. So just aging slower and having a better ability to repair DNA was probably just a huge survival advantage for human beings. It just allowed us to live longer, produce more mates, and then, you know, just be more successful. I really doubt sexual selection really had much of a role in that. I think it's probably more just natural selection, where people who were less able to repair DNA, more susceptible to you know, damage from disease, inflammation, parasitic infection. They're more prone to inflammatory conditions. They probably just died younger, or as a result of those conditions were left infertile, couldn't reproduce. Like, that sounds more likely to me. Because, like, I mean, Tess Holliday can get dick. So I just cannot fucking imagine some, like, pre-human chimp deciding not to have sex with a perfectly good pussy, like chimp pussy, because, well, she looks a little older than this other chimp. You just fuck both. So it just doesn't practically make sense to me. Thanks for the donation, though, retard. Watch it all, donate till others want to debate.
Wait, keep watching it till the 59 mark. It describes the patriarchy perfectly.
Sedibert.
I don't know if I can do that, Dodo, but thanks for the donation. Watch it all, donate till others. I want to debate which worldview is better for animals who are abused and tortured, Christian worldview where animals go automatically to heaven, or atheism, you're afraid. Yeah, you already went in Discord and you wasted my time, so I don't know why you think I'd waste my time again. Thanks for the donation,
Lived in the
dumbass.
South are difficult to find. This young Sedibert don't live very long. This old female can no longer chew. The marrow is all she can swallow. There's extreme scarcity of...
Did they find midgets to do this? They all look really short. Looks like they all found, like, they found midget actors to do this.
Food is driving out our species. Inside the over there. The alpha's female
That one looks kinda hot.
wants to take the risk. The young male is ready to.
Yeah, I mean, if that was the best I could do.
None before them have tried this. Against the wishes of the alpha, they will attempt the impossible. Neither found if.
Okay, that's nice, Dodo. Pam Boost, donate $2. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Here.
Oh.
Huh? How'd you get in here?
Oh my
Was
goodness.
the door open? Oh my goodness. You are such a smart girl, you know that?
Oh, that's a
you
nice
ready?
goat.
Can we go outside? It's a beautiful
Oh,
day today.
look at that. That's a nice happy goat.
Yes, it is. It's a beautiful day today. It is.
I
Let's
love
go
goats.
outside.
That's a nice goat. Oh my god. Oh. It's a little baby. It's a nice little fuzzy baby cow. Oh. I wish I could feed that cow a nice little ice cream cone. He deserves a little ice cream cone for being such a sweetie. Oh, these lemurs? Oh my god. They literally look like the blackface minstrel show people. Their lips are like super bright pink and their like face is black. That's weird. Wow, I've never seen those lemurs. Oh my goodness. I like lemurs. Oh. Oh my god. Oh. Oh. What the hell? Oh my god, that's a bat. Oh my god. Ooh, penguins. Ooh, I love penguins. Oh, that's a bear. Oh, it's a polar bear. My god, bobcats. Ooh, ducks. Oh my god, turkey. Deer. Oh, those are nice geese. Oh my goodness, what the hell is going on here? Well, that's nice. Thanks for the donation, Pamboos.
Hi. What would you say were the early warning signs of your divorce? Also, how is your mental health since being single? Was it difficult adjusting, or do you feel a bit freer and happier?
Well, we just slowly drifted apart. Somebody sent me a video about signs that a marriage will not last. One of them being like stonewalling, where somebody refuses to like talk to you about certain things. I remember with certain issues, Jasmine would refuse to argue with me about it. Like, even when I tried to be calm and say, like, let's just talk. No, I made up my mind. Like, that's it. Like, that annoyed the fuck out of me. Like, sometimes when we would get into arguments, I wouldn't want to talk and I just want to calm down first. And I'd tell her, I just want to calm down. Like, I'll deal with it later. I'll talk to you later. And then she, like, wouldn't fucking have it. And I remember I tried to leave and just go for a walk to calm down. And that literally led to a wrestling match. She jumped on me, and then I started trying to wrestle her off of me. And then we wound up on the floor, like literally fighting each other. That was probably one of our worst fights ever. That was the only time that ever happened, though. But yeah, like, I mean, there's... I guess if you want to say earliest sign, some of the way... Like, we had some communication issues where either she would refuse to, like, just have, you know, a calm argument about something so we could work something out, just on certain issues, or if I was, like, in a really bad mood and I just told her, okay, I'll talk about it later, I just need to calm down, I can't handle just talking and being around here right now, I want to just... I just want to leave, have a walk, and then, like, calm down first. Like, she would not have it. So there was, like, I guess that would maybe be the earliest sign. But thanks for the donation, stupid head. Oh yeah, and I guess I feel better. Like, yeah.
I disagree that men find more neoteny more attractive. Asian women are the most neotenist, but not everyone find them attractive. White women get most matches on dating apps, the data proves it.
Well, Asian women are on average considered the most physically attractive of all races by all races of men. So if you pool, so if you look at like black, white, Asian, Polynesian, and you ask each individual racial group of men to rate which women they find the most attractive, on average, they tend to find Asian women the most attractive, and then white women are next, then like black women are last. So I think you're kind of wrong there. So it sort of supports the theory, kind of. But I mean, I just don't see it being realistic that sexual preferences would have affected like human evolution in that way. It like natural selection is a much better explanation, because again, if a man has an opportunity to have sex with another female that just doesn't look quite as good, but is still good enough, they're gonna do it. So I just don't see that really. Yeah, there's just that practical issue there. Thanks for the donation though, Majin Vegeta. Bend over, donate $2. The cross that the Pope had in his hand was Christ in a crucifix's position on a communist symbol with the axe and scythe. Okay. That's kind of weird. Thanks for the donation, Ben. Dodo donated $2. Why do broke black women that don't work refer to themselves as queen and think they are in the best in the world and deserve everything also? Well, I guess they're delusional. Defunding the Pentagon?
Okay, thanks, man. I mean, first of all, for what you guys do at Co-Pink, keep doing it. Like,
These are the most worthless pieces of shit. And now it's confirmed. We know it for sure. They're paid by the Chinese Communist Party. So they're literally just a fascist Chinese propaganda tool. They're just the most worthless fucking idiots imaginable. Thanks for the donation, Dodo.
Yes, neoteny isn't necessarily the preference for younger in general, but younger looking. I should have clarified. Also consider possible increases in mass enslavements in ancient times and ramifications.
again, neotenous features aren't necessarily from well, wait, I shouldn't say that. Neotenous features could possibly be a result of sexual selection. I don't think that actually I don't think that explains human lifespan. And those neotenous features could just be a result of other adaptations that led to, that end result. So, like, again, being able to stave off disease, inflammation from parasitic infection, shit like that. I don't think, like, the enslavement thing would really explain anything either, like, unless maybe you're considering tribal genocide. Because if you have a tribal ruler who goes to another tribe, murders everybody, decides to wipe out all the ugly old women, and then keeps the younger women as sex slaves, I mean, that would make sense. Or, like, even older, better-looking women. Like, there's also practical considerations, though, because if you wanted to keep, like, sex slaves for a prolonged period of time, you would preferentially keep slaves that are younger, because if they're older, they're not going to live as long, and on top of that, they're also going to become less attractive sooner. So that's a practical issue. And again, if they're not committing tribal genocide, the women that are used as, like, sex slaves wouldn't necessarily have more children than women who aren't. And on top of that, like, you can look at tribal genocides, like, in the Bible or in Islam. They usually just kill everybody who has pubic hair. So they're not really making, and then, yeah, maybe some of the pretty girls they'll keep that are older, but I don't know if that could happen frequently enough for a long enough period of time to really change anything. I don't know. Who the fuck knows? Thanks for the donation, retard.
Hi. What were the early warning signs of your divorce? Also, how are you feeling since your divorce? Has the transition been difficult being on your own? Has your mental health improved?
I already answered that question. You donated that twice. And, yeah, my mental health is fine, and I prefer living alone. Thanks for the donation, stupid head. Nutmuffin donated $2. Let me see.
He's a little cranky from teething.
Oh, I can fix that. Oh, good God, man! One can only imagine what foul regions that finger has erstwhile probed. There you go. My mother used to use whiskey whenever I had a toothache. My tooth hurts!
Thanks for the donation, Nutmuffin.
Asian women are based and tend not to be interested in black or brown men.
Yeah, that is sort of true. Thanks for the donation, Majin Buu.
Meritlessly by the patriarchy, have two other ways ultimately to stand in their power. And those ways are apathy or destruction. This is because the first thing that the patriarchy must take from men in order to be able to control them is their humanity. Under the patriarchy, if you are seen trying, if you are seen caring about something, if you are seen nurturing something, then you will be equated with a woman, which is weak and bad. We have so many degrading terms for it. Simp.
Gay. Oh man. It is so bizarre that she's saying this.
Thanks for the activism you do. A lot of people need harsh in-your-face attitude to change their ways. The hippie way won't reach everyone. Please don't TRT, we can't afford to lose your voice and impact.
Most of those old DBZ movies were pretty terrible. Thanks for the donation, though, Majin Vegeta. What she's saying here is so weird. The reason men are the way they are, the reason we call each other gay or simps or pussy or bitch or something like that, is because women want masculine men. There's a reason why none of these girls are dating this like gay simp pussy bitches that men make fun of. It's the dudes who make fun of the simp bitch losers that are getting the girls. So women are the reason men are like that. Again, it's like sexual selection and shit.
Bitch, pussy whipped, sucker, try hard. So that leads you to apathy. With that being said, once you do reach some sort of breaking point, being that the only emotion you're allowed to express as a man, once again, under the patriarchy, because all other emotions are womanly or gay, is anger. You can only express anger. That will lead you into destruction. But when you can't express sadness, when you can't express disappointment, happiness, that will lead you to instead expressing anger and destruction. When you find yourself asking yourself, why do men do X, Y, and Z? What could possibly be causing men to do X? It's the fact that they're only allowed to be one of these two things. That's why they vote for Trump, because Trump represents destruction. He did that the first time, and they voted for him the second time because he is going to come in there and destroy some shit. And that's what they want to see. They don't want to vote for someone and be associated with voting for someone who was like going to care about things. That's not cool. And that's why Democrat Party failed. A lot of the Democrat men chose apathy, right? Instead of the conservative men who chose like destruction, some type.
You could very easily make a case that Hillary Clinton's a worse person than Donald Trump. Very easily. So again, a very strange thing to say. Like, Hillary Clinton has literally defended child rapists and bragged about it. She was a lawyer, and she bragged about getting a child rapist off of all charges. She talked about how she manipulated the jury into distrusting the, 10-year-old rape victim. She also married a guy who is very likely a serial rapist. His rape victims have come out and said they actually think Hillary Clinton is worse than Bill Clinton, who actually raped them, because Hillary Clinton would go out of her way to threaten and intimidate these women and do everything she could to get them to shut up and protect her rapist husband. She's also friends with Islamic jihadists who practice female genital mutilation. She's also been friends with a former KKK Klan leader that she never ended up disavowing. She's also admitted that a lot of her political positions are done in like her public political positions are positions she claims to have, and she's lying about it. She does this cynically. She thinks, oh, this is popular, so she voted against same-sex marriage, or said she was against same-sex marriage because she thought that was a politically popular position at the time, not because she necessarily believed that was the right thing to do. Like, this woman's an admitted liar and just does insane, heinous, psychotic shit all the fucking time. Like, Trump's a piece of shit. We know he's racist, we know he's a sexist and all that, but, like, you could very easily make a case that Hillary's worse. Mike donates $2. According to research, almost half of Gen Z men have never dated at all during their teen years. You think this is going to have massive consequences when it comes to the birth rate declining in the future? Probably. I'm starting to feel like the reason why fewer men are dating, especially like younger men, is because of like feminism and like some weird cultural change where, you know, like just masculine behavior is seen as a bad thing, feminine behavior is seen as a good thing. Every girl is a little princess and women are the prize and they're the ones that matter. And like again, I noticed it personally. It might be something that women just grow out of. Like some of these stats might just not matter. But I remember going through high school, girls acted like absolute supreme cunts, and then it wasn't until I was older and out of high school where women just started acting like sane, rational, sociable human beings. So I don't know if it's something chicks just grow out of, and then, like, again, these stats don't matter. Like, yeah, maybe men are dating less frequently in high school, but then once they get in their 20s, it normalizes. Who knows, though? Thanks for the donation, Mike.
My god, Hillary Sinchen is way worse than I thought.
Yeah, she's terrible. Thanks for the donation, Dodo.
Type of way forward. Democrat men chose apathy, like they did with Hillary, they did it again with Kamala. They were like, well, it's just not important enough to me. Also, yeah, if I go out there and vote for a woman, then I'm a simp. She gets into office and starts doing things that are going to advantage women over men, even though she very explicitly said she wouldn't do that. She said she was going to give men...
Boring. Can we talk about how you're wrong about sugar and will not debate me because you know you're wrong? BTW, you're not black.
No, I don't think there's any point in debating that. Thanks for the donation, though, Vegan Gains.
money. And still the men were like, I'm just not going to be a simp. I'm not going to be a simp and go out there and be a try hard for Kamala. Like, I'm not going to do all that. And that's why we're in the situation that we're in. A lot of men, instead of expressing their emotions or bettering themselves or going to therapy or doing some other thing that once again is associated with femininity or with being gay, instead of doing those things, they choose to just go out there and pew pew up a school full of small children. They choose this path.
Wasn't the recent mass shooting committed by a woman, and there's like some indication she was a femcel? Where was that? Woman commits mass shooting. Yeah, it was Wisconsin, right? Wisconsin shooting suspect is female. Suspect opened fire at the Abundant Life Christian School in Madison, Wisconsin, killing 2 people, injuring 6 before dying of what police believe to be a self-inflicted gunshot wound. Like, it's less common, but yeah, there are women who commit mass shootings. I remember reading something online where somebody suggested they were a femcel. Somebody found their social media or something. Ladyboy donating $2 do not show on stream. Dilhunty's girlfriend. Well, she's got nice tits. I don't know about the wiener, though. Do this quiz. I've already done something like this. It's not that long. Well, actually, there's no point. Do they tell you at the end? Yeah, this is just a fucking scam to get your email. I'm not doing it. Thanks for the donation, Ladyboy. Will Mage donate $2. If you read the end of the cash in this post, this guy thinks calling someone pussy is misogyny.
Like me, somebody like you, when one of these cisgender men, when we get shot dead in the street, guess who's not on the front lines? The Hotep's not out there organizing. Black women and gay men are running. So if you sit here and tell me that you can't follow leadership from a gay man or a black woman, to be honest, Frank, you pussy. Because at the end of the day, how you can't listen to somebody? No, give me a second. No, give me a second. Give me a second. Give me a second. Because if you can't take somebody who's far more calculated to run this, all because of who they decide to sex with. I'm worried about who you trying to have sex with. What is your issue? If they gay, that has nothing to do with you. If they a woman, that has nothing to do with you. Let them leave. They trying to make sure we not shot no more. You not doing it. You not doing it. I can't do it. You get what I'm saying? A lot of us can't do it. Why? Because we in jail. We up. If we come into contact with the police, we going to jail. So hold on. So guess what happened? So when they out here and they putting their motherfucking lives on the line, when they really dying, there's really a number.
Why did you send me this fucking horse shit? Oh, he just blabs. I don't even understand half of what this fucking guy is saying. Thanks for the donation, Will Mage.
On the daily. And the reason that we're seeing more and more of this behavior is because more and more men are being oppressed financially by the ruling class. So we're seeing all this type of behavior come out because men no longer have money to manipulate the world with. And so once again, they fall into one of these two categories. They choose apathy or they
what's weird is usually gun owners make more money on average than non-gun owners. I mean, if you can just impulse buy an AR-15, you're probably not doing as bad financially as you might think.
choose destruction. And either way, they're bringing everybody else down with them. They make it everybody else's problem. They have this entitlement that if something's not going their way, they need to figure out how to make it go their way.
No, my mom was not in the fitness industry in the 80s and 90s.
Leslie, what's up?
So,
my husband is worthless. He only contributes with a paycheck. Yeah, this is going to be great. Thanks for the donation, Q. Want to debate, donate $2. Last time, want to debate, I sent a request. My new Loma Fass. I don't get why you can't add me or find my request. Let's debate worldview. You sound retarded, so I'll pass. Thanks for the donation, dude.
my question for you is how my husband and I have really struggled in our marriage, most recently just within the last 2.5 years after our son was born. And my husband is constantly saying, like, you know, I just need you to respect me more. I need you to respect me more. And
what does that mean?
I have a very...
does that mean do whatever I want?
So she's a bitch. She's acting like a bitch all the time, and then her husband's
Why won't
the
you
problem.
believe me about sugar? Out of all people you should know. Don't you run on starches? You say there's nothing to debate. That's a shitty way to look at it, man. There's a lot to talk about, lol.
Well, that's great. Thanks for the donation, vegan fag.
I want and what I say?
No, I think he, in his eyes, he wants me to maybe put him first. And I have no problem doing that. But a lot of times in my eyes,
it's so useless doing this with only like one person here. She's probably a fucking bitch, just mistreating him all the time, nagging constantly, acting up, starting fights, and then she's acting like he's the problem.
does not do anything to deserve it or put me first or our marriage or our son first.
How long have you been married?
We've been married, it'll be 4 years this coming 2021.
So is this new for him? It's emerged over the last couple of years? Did things change when you had a kid? Or has he always been pretty much women need to know their role and this is how my house is going to run?
No, he's not like that.
Okay.
He's not like that. He is just, honestly, it's mostly when our son was about 4 or 5 months old. My husband is kind of just, and Dave had talked about the Enneagram on the show, so I got the book. My husband is an 8. Like, his face showed up when I read chapter 8. Like, that is my son, or that is my husband. And he is in law enforcement, and I think that a lot of his personality comes from the anxiety and the stress of his job, which I clearly understand. Right. But I, too, am a full-time working healthcare professional, and I work more than full-time. And I come home and I do all the things. Right. The only thing my husband contributes to our marriage and parenthood is his paycheck. And it's heartbreaking.
Yeah.
He's just not a warm and fuzzy place to come home to.
Have you told him this?
Yes.
And how did that conversation go? Like when you sat down, not in a fight, but in a what I would call an intimate moment, and said, "Hey, look, I know your job is."
If she's working roughly as long or as hard as him and he's not willing to do like any housework or anything like that, then yeah, he's a fucking dickhead. But again, who the fuck knows? She may be completely and utterly full of shit. And I hate to say it, especially since she's a woman, like when women talk about how long or how hard they work, yeah, you really need to use some fucking skepticism. It is just the way it is. Chicks massively over-exaggerate how long and how hard they work all the fucking time. Have you ever seen a woman change a car tire on the side of the road? Ever in your life? You know, like a car might get a flat tire and then, you know, you have to pull over to the side of the road. Have you ever seen a woman ever in your fucking life change a car tire? No. You want to know why? I don't know how to use a jack. There's like, you have to put it under the car and then, you know, press the thing so it goes up. That's too complicated for my dumb woman brain to understand. Oh, you have to like turn the lug nuts off? Oh, this is so heavy. It's too hard, honey. You're gonna have to do it. Oh, the tire's dirty. I don't want to get my hands dirty. Can you pick up the tire and change? Like, look, if chicks are too fucking lazy to change a fucking car tire on the side of the road, I've literally never in my fucking entire goddamn life ever saw a woman change a fucking car tire on the side of the road. If women are too lazy to change a fucking car tire, like, do not take their word for it that they work just as hard and just as long as their husband, especially when they're in completely different fucking occupations. It's just the way it is. Not hating. It's just, yeah, women, I don't know what the term, sandbagging, like, they just make up shit so they don't have to do as much work. It's just the way they are.
It's really hard. And for the past couple of years, it has been super hard. Both existentially, practically, it's been really tough. You're there in St. Louis, y'all have gotten it worse on top of worse on top of worse, right?
Yeah.
Brutal. All sides telling your husband, both explicitly and implicitly, you're kind of worthless.
Mm-hmm.
And he has a kid, which throws a wrench in the gears of every marriage. Good ones, hard, like broken marriages, all of them. Having a kid is hard. And then he's got a wife who's working full time on top of another job, right? And you're picking up your share of trauma during all the medical stuff, man. You've been living as a zoo too. So I'm hearing that. That's a lot of conflict, a lot of storms, a lot of stuff. And you sit down and you walk this through with him and then say, I need you to be a warm person to come home to. I need to be able to.
Women don't work on oil rigs, do they? Like, I'm sure that's a very male-dominated profession. There's got to be some women working on oil rigs. It can't be zero, but yeah, that would be a very male-dominated profession. Well, I'll donate $2. Let me see. That might be fun.
Brought to you.
I think I'm gonna skip this one. If you make money and you can hide it, never, ever, ever let really anybody know how much money you make. There's no point. But yeah, especially the women you're dating. Why do they need to know? How does it benefit you for a chick you're dating to find out you have fuck tons of money? They're just going to start asking for more and more things. Oh, well, you have the money. Why can't you just get me a car? Why can't you just pay off my car? You make so much money. Why should I have to work? As soon as you give away, oh yeah, I make 7 figures when, you just want to live modestly. Things will change massively when it comes to expectations. If you're actually rich and a chick finds out how much money you actually make. So yeah, just don't. But yeah, I'm gonna skip that one because that's a very easy answer. Kid Boo donated $2. Let me see.
Hold on, ma'am. Now look here, you snag mouth motherfucker. I'm on the phone with the dentist trying to get you some teeth so you can eat some solid food. Keep on, you lizard.
Thanks for the donation, Kid Boo.
It's nice to see Lord Gaines realize the truth about female nature. Years ago you used to be a beta cuck who would repeat feminist talking points.
Don't think that was the case, but thanks for the donation, Majin Buu.
Hey, Dorothy says she's ready to throw out the trash in her life. Whoa. Dorothy, what's going on?
I am here because I want to kick out my trash-ass roommate. Submissive to the women.
Yeah.
So we would meet guys that are like, they would like for us to call them sissy boy and just things like that.
Oh, just on the internet?
Yeah, just on the internet.
You didn't
we
meet
never
him
met
in
nobody.
person?
Oh,
Okay.
no, absolutely
So you
not.
put up some other woman's picture, pretend it was you,
Yeah.
and get them to
Yep.
communicate.
So we end up finding a guy who was like really into it. So he gave me access to his computer through an app. Like that's
Yeah.
like the type of thing you can do. So he gives us access to it, and then we start sending ourselves 20s. And he keeps sending me like pictures of him sweating, like he's getting really turned on by it. It's really odd. Like yeah, that's what's turning him on, and and everything. So he at that time.
Yeah.
How dare you take my half of the money? When the money wouldn't have been there if it wasn't for me masterminding it.
Oh, really? I can name numerous things that you've done to me.
Like?
First of all, you make fun of me because I don't have no family and I leaned on you for support. Second of all, you always make fun of me and you call me names like bitch, hoe, ugly, like you call me fat.
You are.
And you're not no better.
Yeah. So basically, they're both scammers and retarded. Whatever.
Fall into you. I need you to be there to catch me because I love you, and I'm going to be there to catch you. And his response is what?
Well, I'm just not a touchy-feely person. Or, and that's kind of what he says. Like, I want to, when he comes home, I want to give him a hug and show him, I'm glad you're home. And he, every time I go to hug him, comes up with an excuse to not hug me. Or if I want to go to kiss him, he'll kind of roll his eyes, but he has to kiss me. Or
So is there other things going on?
There's no point in watching this. It's just one woman, like, it's just one person making complaints that don't really add up or make any sense at all. Like, she's telling this guy, my husband is demanding for me to respect him. Then she says, well, the reason I don't give him the respect he's asking for is because he won't do work around the house when we are both full-time employed and I'm working just as long and hard as he is. And then when I try to kiss him, he won't kiss me. Like, it just sounds like... It sounds to me like she's acting like a fucking bitch, and then this guy is kind of getting fed up with her. And then she's just putting all the blame on him.
I have another YouTube channel called I'd Rather Be Hiking, which is a combination of hiking videos as well as some van life videos. I built a bed in my Honda CR-V, which allowed me to travel all over America and back for a 3-month road trip as well as across Canada, sleeping in my vehicle and hiking. And since Trudeau's got in, that video has blown up. And since this channel has blown up, I've seen multiple comments of people commenting on how grateful people are of watching my van build out videos. There's multiple ones, car curtains, all that kind of stuff, because they had to move into their car because things are so expensive in Trudeau's Canada. It's unsettling to think Canadians are laying in their car watching my videos. They have nowhere to live. That's where they live. And I understand if people choose that lifestyle for a specific reason, but I can tell you sleeping in a Honda CR-V for 3 months is really claustrophobic. I did it only because I didn't have the money to go travel, but I wanted to go hike mountains all across North America. After 3 months though, I was going,
You're gonna love this one. I sure did.
Oh. Oh my goodness. That dog knows how to skateboard. That's amazing. Thanks for the donation, Killing Titan. Bean donated $2.
Everything about her, like, I don't like her insecure, like, she thinks she's fat all the
I cheated because you're fat.
time, which she really is. She's about 260 pounds. And fresh food, it has to at least be hot.
Wait, you went to see your homeboy. He's
Like, I mean, this guy is kind of overweight himself.
not home, but his girl
stressed out and crying. So I came out and told her, you know, why don't you come to the store with me? I'm about to walk down the store, get a black amount. She said she wanted to use the bathroom. I joined her into the bathroom. That's when we made out. Yeah, I am cheating. And I'm also cheating with...
Like, this guy's fat, too. He's about as fat as she is.
Anthony, you know, my good friend.
Why would you want to have a kid with me
it was
if
right
you weren't
after.
happy with me?
You right. But the thing is, I didn't want, you know, to be with you. I want to take care of the baby. I also want you to, you know, move out if you can, you know, find a place.
Why are you going to go have...
Okay, guilty.
On April 23rd, 2022.
Yeah, we can watch that later. Thanks for the donation, Bean. Kid Beard and Tiller's asshole got what he deserved.
Really?
Imagine being such a fucktard. You can't entertain yourself by watching movies, playing video games, building models, riding a bike, anything. You have to fuck with animals. Yeah, fuck these people. Hope he gets gored by a fucking bull or something. Thanks for the donation, Kid Boo. Hey, Gum Gum. How's my little Gum Gum? How's my beautiful kitty? My goodness. He has such big kitty paws.
Officers from the Milwaukee Police Department in Wisconsin responded to a slew of 911 calls. One caller, Kashawn Rowley.
Dude, Milwaukee police footage is always the best.
Shared that he was at his girlfriend Leah Davis's apartment and she was shot.
You hear any gunshots?
Over here? Hey, come here! Lamers! Stand over there. Stand over there. Stand over there. Stand over there and don't move.
I'm not moving, bro. I promise to God on my soul, I'm not moving, bro.
Officers follow Kashawn to Leah's apartment, where they find an unresponsive Leah on the floor, blood coming from her head. A third officer arrives, and they apprehend Kashawn to remove him from the room so they can fully attend to Leah.
I just got her granny and everything. I never. All right. Just take him out. Take him outside.
She's got a gunshot wound to the head.
But listen. She told me to go. I was listening. So I came over here, right? I'm literally. She only let me stand right here. Mind you, okay?
Again, people who abuse animals online for views deserve death.
Yes, I agree. No Gum Gum. No Gum Gum. No jumping on my computer. You can sit on my desk, but no jumping on my computer, little baby. I love you. Well, thanks again, Dodo.
Listen. Did you listen to me? Yeah, I was listening to me. Listen.
Green Knight Donate $2 to you. Anyone that wants to be an ally to fat people.
If you want to be a great ally to fat people, here are some things you can do. When you go to the doctor, encourage them to do the following things. Eliminate any weight or BMI cutoff policies. Stop using the BMI completely because it is ineffective and racist. Get medical.
These people are just absolutely fucking deranged.
equipment that will actually work for fat patients, like blood pressure cuffs that fit and won't give a false high reading because they're too tight.
Oh, that is embarrassing. That is just hilarious. Oh my god. I can't fucking believe that, dude. She doesn't know how the blood pressure reading thing works. The only reason my blood pressure's high is because the thing's too tight. No, it's because you're fat as fuck and eat like shit and don't exercise. Oh my god.
Set up their office in a way that makes it usable for fat people, like putting chairs without arms in every room. When you go to a clothing store, tell them to expand their size range. It does not matter what their size range currently is. Tell them to expand it. If you work in education, get in touch with the health and PE departments. Ask them if they have anything in their curriculum that involves students weighing themselves, counting calories, or using the BMI in any capacity. If they do, educate them on how all of these practices lead to eating disorders and ask them to stop. Like and follow for part 2.
What a deranged fucking maniac. I had a friend who worked in a big and tall clothing store. There was some really fucking morbidly obese woman who came in. Like, she was maybe one of these people from, like, 600-pound life. Like, she was huge. This woman started complaining that she couldn't find pants that fit at the store. And she started yelling and swearing at the clerk and everything. And then my friend said, okay, we don't have anything at this location that fits you, but if you just go around the corner, go to the store, they'll have something that fits. So we gave her a little map with the address, and it was a tent store for, like, camping. So, there was just, like, it was just a camping store where there's, like, tons of tents and shit. And then she came back screaming and yelling at him and asked for the manager. And then she ended up, and then the manager comes out and then she explains what happened. And then the manager just laughed at her. And then she left. Instant Karma donated $2.
Fool's got his head down. He's wanting to get his head up. He's going to take him anyway. That's why I wanted him to get his head up.
Boy. Oh, these people are just pieces of shit, dude. Thanks for the donation, man.
She only let me stand right here. Look, I'm gonna show you. She only let me stand right here, bro. Listen, she was like, I'm finna. I said, actually, can I come over? She said, you can come over for a little bit. I said, okay. I said, but when I got over here, she was like, no, you can't come in or something like that because she wanted to get ready to go to sleep. Okay. I'm like, okay, you want to get ready to go to sleep, so I'm finna go. I literally came down here to my car. I literally came over here to my car. I got in my car. Okay, listen. Radio. Huh? Radio.
7250 gunshot wound to the head on a black female, not breathing, medical. Gunshot wound to the center of the forehead.
No pulse on her?
No.
Or CPR, I guess.
Yeah, I am. Starting CPR.
Listen, I swear to God on everything.
You're good, buddy.
Huh?
You're good, buddy.
Okay, look, I swear to God on everything I love. Look, I came to my car. The moment I opened my car door, I heard 8 shots come from her apartment. I literally, bro, I'm thinking somebody shooting else somewhere, so I pull up the street. I'm like, damn, what the f? But I turn around because I'm like, dog, bro, that's my girl, bro. I really love this girl to death. So I'm like, okay, so I turn around, bro. Listen, I'm beating on the fucking door to try to get the fuck back in the apartment because I don't have the key or nothing, bro.
I need a cage car for him. I literally just started CPR and a shot to the head. We're not conscious, not breathing.
Yeah, there's gray matter.
You hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
So listen, she tell me that the moment I get by her car, I listen, the moment I get by my car, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's really weird. They're performing CPR on somebody who literally has a gunshot right in the middle of their head, and their brain, like pieces of their brain, are all over the floor. I think you can just give up and call it a day at that point.
Listen, I hear 8 shots, bro. I run upstairs, bro, because I listen, bro. Her door's unlocked because she just closed the door behind me, bro. I made sure she was okay because I told her when I was here, I said, okay, I'm gonna call you later and like that because I know you got work tonight. She work at Walmart on East Capitol. Okay. So listen, when I got to my car, I swear to God, I heard 8 shots. I go up there, bro. I look. All I do is open the door, bro. She's laying on the fucking ground, bro.
We'll sort it out, buddy.
Do we know how long ago this happened?
We just got here, and this guy is the one that called. I have no idea, to be honest.
Do you have any info on her?
No, I have none. We just got up here. So, right, I mean, you guys came here quicker than we, Hey, there is a bullet next to her on the left side, so be careful where it is. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to get in your way here, man. Yeah, there is.
Yeah, there's no plan back for that.
Yeah.
But right now, she's obviously shot. You're the only person in the apartment, so you're just detained right now, okay? You guys don't know here, right? No. Like I said, you're not arrested, but you're just detained until we figure out what's going on.
Bro, I swear to God, bro. I would get that shit to her, cuz.
All right.
I don't know, bro. She didn't let me in the house, bro. She didn't let me in the house at all.
What happened?
She didn't listen.
We're taking a second here to point out the irony behind his shirt in this situation.
I'm finna tell you the same thing that I told him. Listen, so listen, she just had got home about like 45 minutes ago, hour ago. Okay. I called her. She had said, "Can I come see you?" She had said, at first she had said no. I said,
apparently I have an attitude who fucking knew. It's a very unfortunate t-shirt to be wearing.
okay. She had said, I said, "Can I come see you?" She said, "Yeah, you can come see me, but only for a little bit because I have to go to work tonight because she work at Walmart East Capitol. I normally take her to work between 9:30 and 9:40. I said, okay. When I got over here, she only let me stand in the door. She didn't let me go in the house or nothing like that, bro. Nothing. Like, that's my girlfriend. I've been over there multiple times. So but she didn't let me go over there. So she had said, okay, you have to leave because I'm finna get ready to go to sleep. I said, okay. I literally walked down the stairs. I came out the door. She closed the door behind me. I told her. I said, okay, I'm gonna call you later and make sure that you good and that you okay because I know you got work. And I told her to call me if you need a ride to work. Okay, this is what I do on the daily. So I said, okay. I literally got to my car door. I literally go to open my car door and I hear 8 shots coming out her apartment. Not her apartment, but the fucking house complex. You know what I'm saying? So then I'm getting scared like all I'm hearing is shots.
Huh? Which car is yours?
Red flat Charger right there.
Right here? Mm-hmm. It's parked the wrong way?
Yeah, it's parked the wrong way.
Lamers. Oh, there you are. Okay.
I'm trying to find an ID.
I'm trying to look for the gun.
Alright, well this guy probably did it.
I'm just trying to make sure there's no gun in here.
7250, they're calling it DOE.
What happened after that? What'd you do?
Because, listen, I got up in the car, bro. I pulled up, I'm like, what the f*** they shooting? But, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to get shot. Shit, you know what I'm saying? I'm an innocent bystander. Okay. Or whatever. I don't want him to come outside or whatever the f*** case may be and shoot me. Okay. So I'm like, okay, bet. So, I turn around like that. I literally turn around. I pull the f*** back up, bro. I'm banging on the f***ing door to get back up in there because I don't have the keys to her apartment. I cannot get in that complex. What?
I'm trying to sort out what's going on right now, man. We'll come talk to you in a second.
You know what I'm saying? Listen, I swear to God on everything I love.
So you went back in?
No, I went back in after the shots. I went back in after the shot because I knocked on the fucking door and the neighbor opened the door for me.
Okay. Okay.
And you neighbor opened and I went back upstairs.
Was her door open?
Yeah, the door was already unlocked.
Okay. I ain't yelling at you.
I'm telling you, the door is already unlocked. I'm literally trying to check. I'm like, what's wrong? What's wrong? All I see is blood on the floor. I'm like, what's going on? I'm like, what's going on? Yeah, no,
Look at this stupid motherfucker. All frantic and shit. Thinking he can talk his way out of that life sentence. Dumbass dude.
He should have just cut and ran. Probably would have been able to get away with it. Thanks for the donation, Killing Titan.
Can you please do a Bart K impression where you say having sex with men is not gay because associations are not causations?
I can do that. Now, listen, you impudent children. Some of you in my audience, including morons like Vegan Gains, he has said that I am gay because I partake in gay sex with other men, but what he hasn't explained, because he is an uneducated child imbecile, is that Having sex with men is not necessarily gay, it is only associated with homosexuality, and because it is only an association, you cannot make a causal inference. Thank you very much, Charlie Brown. There you go. That's the best I could do. Thanks for the donation, Ultra Ego Vegeta.
It's in my car.
Okay. What's your name?
Keyshawn. K-E-S-H-A-W-N. Rousey.
Does that look like a bullet hole in the wall right in front of you? Right there? Yeah, that's what that is. Looks like you got some brain matter over here. Yeah, it came in through here.
Some brain matters on her lap. Look.
Is that one right there? Or not?
That's probably.
Looks like she might have been shot twice. Unless she held up her arm in front of her.
Here's the exit wound. Okay. Brain matter. 5 wounds total, 1, 2. 1 in the other arm, and then the 2 in the head.
And look at, there's stuff all over here. All up here. Did you look through the window?
Yeah, it's brain matter right on the window.
Bro, I'm trying to figure out. Listen, the first thing I do is I call her friend. I'm like, bro, you don't. I said, I don't know what the fuck just happened. She said, what? I said, bro, I don't know what just happened. Bro, I just heard 8 shots come from our apartment. She said, wait. She said, wait, what's going on, bro? I said, bro, I just heard 8 shots come out of her apartment, bro. She said, wait. I called her granny, bro. I told her granny I heard 8 shots come out of her apartment. She her granny like, what you mean you heard 8 shots come out of her apartment? I said, bro, I'm literally in the fucking house right now.
Keep saying
Rousey,
8.
R-O-W-S-E-Y.
Just a question I'm gonna ask you. Any warrants, something I'd be worried about?
No, I
like
don't.
Not a probation parole?
No,
like
I don't.
Okay, alright. Slide in real quick. Check the window here. Get you cool. Thomas, you said? Or Davis?
Davis,
What's your middle?
I don't know her middle name.
Okay, she lives here?
Yes.
Alright, slide
I used to stay. Wait, can you crack it though? Can you keep it open?
Yeah. I'm gonna get the key so I can get the air conditioning.
Okay, I'm not finna do nothing, bro. Can you just, I'm cooperating. Can you just leave it open so I can literally just sit here and breathe?
What's the squad number on this?
Listen, I swear to God, Jasmine, on everything I love, bro. Listen, she said I could come over for a little bit. I came over here for literally 5 minutes, bro. She didn't let me in the door, bro. She didn't let me in the door. I literally, listen, when she told me to leave, I left. I literally got by my car door and I heard some shots coming from her apartment, bro.
Keyshawn, just relax. When I get the key, I'll turn the air conditioning stuff so you can chill, alright?
Listen, I just want to breathe, bro. That's it.
No, I'll leave the door.
I just want to breathe, bro.
I got you.
Then her granny keep asking me, did you do it? No, I didn't do that. I love that girl.
And they found 5 total bullet holes. There's gray matter on her pants, on the window seal. There is a bullet fragment on her right side over here. And then there's look like a strike mark in the corner. You can see it from here. So,
bro, I didn't know, bro. I left. I couldn't.
His knowledge of the situation to who appears to be an investigative officer. Simultaneously, Keyshawn again recounts his story to an officer, but added small additional bits of information.
Bro, what's up? Now I'm talking to you. Listen, I'm trying to tell you, bro. Y'all want to know? Y'all asking me how I got in the apartment and everything. When I first got here, her neighbor was opening the door. I came in the door. I knocked on her door. She opened it. She would not let me in, sir.
She told you to come over, though, right?
Yeah, she said I can come over while we was on the phone. Me and her literally had a conversation. We literally was on the phone.
That's your girlfriend?
That was my ex-girlfriend, but we getting back together.
Okay.
Yeah, we was getting back together.
How long were you guys together on off?
We've been together for 1.5 years. We just broke up like 3 weeks ago, but me and her been talking about getting back together and shit like that, and she said we getting back together. She just needed time to, you know what I'm saying, get through her feelings and shit like that.
Right.
I'm like, okay, you know what I'm saying? I'm literally sitting here being, you know what I'm saying? I'm literally sitting here being okay with all that shit because I understand. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got feelings, bro.
Keyshawn recounts his story from here, reiterating that he was at the apartment. Then as he was getting into his car to leave, he heard 8 gunshots, sped off in fear, but then returned, allegedly concerned about Leah's safety. He shares in greater detail the moment of his return to her apartment.
I knocked on her door again. I'm like, Leah. I checked the door to see if it's unlocked. The door's unlocked. I open the door. All I see her is on the floor dead. I literally dropped down to my knees, bro. The first person I call is her motherfucking friend. I call her right there. I call her friend. I tell her. I'm like, bro, I just heard 8 shots come out her apartment complex.
Why wouldn't you call the police first? Like, bang, bang, bang. Oh, shit. Oh, hey, Lucy, your friend's dead. I'll call you back later. 991. Yes, hi, police? Can I get the police here? Like, what the fuck?
I'm crying like a motherfucker, bro. She's like, hold on. She just left me and shit like that, bro. I said, fam, I just heard 8 shots come out of her apartment complex. So then she said, hold on, I'm gonna call you back. I called her granny. Her granny said, what the fuck happened? What the fuck happened? I'm telling her granny, bro, like, I just heard 8 shots come out your granddaddy complex, your granddaughter complex and shit like that. I'm literally doing all that shit, right? All I know is, bro, I literally, bro, I swear to God on my soul, I'm like, bro, who the fuck is this? She asking me, did I do it? I said, I did not do it. I said, I didn't do it. I said, I don't know, bro. I said, she didn't let me in the house.
Did you see somebody run out?
I sped down the street.
That's his car.
I sped down the street, bro. I didn't see nobody run in and out.
When you heard the shots fired out here, you didn't see anybody run out the apartment?
No, I didn't. I drove off.
Do you think someone was in there?
Bro, I don't know. She didn't let me through the door.
Okay. All right, man. He was in the apartment when we got here.
He was in the apartment?
Yeah.
Yes, I can't. Listen, I had the door. Look, I'm sorry. I'm trying to.
I know you gave
I
your
got
story,
the black thing, but I got the black thing held open so I can get back into the house because I don't have a key to get back in.
I hear you, buddy. Just take a seat. You guys got the keys for 541?
Yeah, that's my car. Yeah, the guy, probably the possible suspect, is sitting in the back of it. It's not running, and he's yelling. He's hot.
If the conservative part doesn't fix Canada, should Canada merge with America? Probably not a great idea. I think it would benefit the US more than it would benefit us, so probably not. Especially right now, like, the US isn't really giving out much federal funding to build infrastructure, which is the primary issue with Canada right now, so it wouldn't really do anything for us. We'd just end up losing money.
So I want to get the AC on there so I can shut the...
Have you ever felt a palpable ominous sensation coming Thursday, other people? I'm at a point where I genuinely feel like anyone and everyone is a manipulator. Even a good morning makes me question their intention. Even the so-called nice and friendly PPS/fam around me.
Yeah, that's a sign of... That's an early sign of psychosis. I actually went to my doctor, and I noticed that I was having paranoid feelings like that. And I think she ended up putting me on... I don't know what we did. She might have changed the medication I was on because I was getting psychotic symptoms. Apparently that's fairly normal if you're on like 2 or more antidepressants. So I think we ended up like dropping an antidepressant that I was on. It might have been a reaction to the medication, or it might have just been stress or something. But yeah, that's a symptom of psychosis. When you start getting paranoid thoughts that everyone's lying to you, somebody's trying to manipulate you in some way, and it's like literally everybody around you. Even like mundane things when they're just saying hello, like, oh, they're lying, they're up to something. So I'd go to the doctor and get checked out. Usually with with something that's like very rapid onset, thyroid hormone can actually be involved, and you might have something weird like hypothyroidism or something and not know it. So I just go to the doctor, get checked out, get a simple blood test, look at a number of your hormone values and shit like that, just to make sure it's not something weird going on. But yeah, that's a sign of psychosis. Thanks for the donation, 269. 21st Savage, $22. Hey, yo, nigga, bruh, nigga. I just heard 8 shots out, yo, granddaughter complex, yo, nigga, bruh, nigga. Hey, yo, nigga, can someone teach that clown some English? Intelligent blacks never use the N-word, notice that. Why do we tolerate these young thugs in society? Well, thank you for the commentary, 21st Savage. Appreciate the donation.
In this moment, a bystander speaks to an officer about getting information for Leah's grandmother, who is apparently on scene.
Well,
Okay, well, I can't really say anything because I don't know anything other than there's somebody that's shot. Can't release any information right now. If that's her grandma, is her mom around?
Her mom passed away. It's her mom.
Okay, well, have her sit there. I'll come talk to her in a minute, okay?
The bystander implies that Leah's mother is deceased, and social media post made by Leah herself supports this claim. Leah's grandmother has now not just lost her daughter in recent years, but now her granddaughter too.
Do we have an officer available? The grandmother is down on the east end of Lisbon.
If it ultimately came down to it, would you rather fight for independence Canada or would you defect to America if the USA invaded? This gay fag.
If the US invaded, I wouldn't bother fucking doing anything. It would just be a complete waste of time. I think we have something like 1% GDP spending on the military. Like, there'd literally be no point in trying to, like, go to war with the US to prevent them from taking over. None whatsoever. Both cultures are nearly identical. We may end up poor, at least in some ways, but it probably wouldn't really make any difference in the long run. Chances are in the long run it would be beneficial for us. Short term, maybe not. And, like, why would I die over something like that? Like, again, there's just no realistic prospect of winning. We spend 1% of our GDP on the military. They would literally, like, what are they're gonna give you a fucking super soaker. And maybe a bicycle to go fight, the US. It's just stupid.
Donald Trump is only days away from being sworn into office. His administration has been making waves in an effort to buy Greenland. A University of Calgary professor says this could have major implications on Canadian resources and potential tariff talks. Incoming U.S. President Donald Trump has made it clear he wants Greenland. The country is currently part of the Kingdom of Denmark. Tricia Stadnik, a water expert, fears this wouldn't be good for Canada.
All about the U.S. securing greater control of resources.
One of those resources, rare earth minerals. These are found in cell phones, electric vehicles, and wind turbines. A Saskatchewan organization is breaking ground as the first to commercially produce rare earth metals in North America, trying to get some of the market dominated by the Chinese. Greenland is also rich in these minerals.
It takes away Canada's ability to be able to say we are the biggest supplier of rare earth elements to the U.S.
The faces is that we have been so slow about allowing any type of development of our own resources.
Stadnik also...
Watch this gay fag.
Spin around, boy. Spin around. Watch my tactile card at work. Spin around.
On July 20th, 2024, police were dispatched to an apartment complex.
I'll probably skip through this. I'm not watching 43 minutes of this. Thanks for the donation, Cans. Bootycom donated $2, 1%. Damn, I didn't know Canada was broke like that. We've had a gay liberal cuck government for a while, so they've just been cutting back on military spending. It's just the way it is, right? So it's not that we don't have the money for it, it's just the way they've budgeted. So yeah. Thanks for the donation though, dude. Dodo donated $2. Do you really think Quebec could integrate into the US? Quebec is special. Besides Quebec, do these people look like they're gonna be that upset if they become part of the US?
He's being...
Dude, it would be fucking hilarious. Because, yeah, people in Quebec are, like, xenophobic retards. I don't know why this is... It's so weird, and again, it's probably because it's politically advantageous, but people from Quebec are xenophobic, insane whack jobs, and a lot of them are insanely racist. So... we have ethno-nationalist conservatives here, like Stefan Molyneux, Faith Goldie, you know, these racist conservative whack jobs that always point to Quebec and say, oh, Quebec has like special rights when it comes to immigration because like French is considered a special minority class. They're allowed to block immigrants in a different way than the rest of Canada can. So they can literally say you're not allowed to live here because you're Indian. Or you're not allowed to live here because like you already know some other language and it's harder to learn like French if you speak Chinese. And that's like your only language. Like they can deny immigration like that. So then you have white ethno-nationalist conservatives say, why don't we do this for all of Canada? It works for Quebec. Look how happy they are. But yeah, rather than, you know, the federal government pointing out that a lot of people from Quebec are xenophobic, racist fucktards, what they do is they say, oh, yes, it's very important to preserve French culture. I understand that, you know, there needs to be unique safeguards in place to prevent, like, the French language and the French culture from, you know, evaporating away. But again, you never hear that about any of the other provinces in Canada. Like, why is it unique to the French? So there's just a lot of fucking French people in Quebec that are xenophobic, racist fucktards. They don't like brown people. They don't like anybody who doesn't speak their own language. They try to keep out as many darkies as they can. And then there's this game that's played, you know, about how, oh, they're just trying to protect their culture. Like, okay, that's what literally Nazis claim. They're just trying to, yeah. So if Quebec ended up becoming a U.S. state, oh my fucking god, that would be hilarious. I can guarantee you they'd start rioting and protesting. 69, je ne sais pas. We need to burn down all our own houses and buildings because all the darkies and the English people are going to come in, and then rather than asking for a croissant, they're going to ask, hey, can I have one of those weird French bagels? Bang, bang, bang. Like, that's literally what they're gonna do. They're weenie fucking crybaby fucking morons who just gain about the stupidest shit. Thanks for the donation, though, Dodo.
A troll, but I think that doesn't mean it's not an issue. I think it causes concerns about how he respects Canada and how he views our relationship as two countries. So as much as he's trolling around, and I don't think it's a serious threat, I think it draws concern for the rhetoric around how we speak to each other.
Natural hypertrophy is a French wacko. I cringe at his videos. BTW he used to talk shit about you, comparing you to Jason Blahu and shit. He lives in USA. BTW. He should move to Quebec and meet up with you.
Yeah, his own fan base actually pointed this out. I made a video response to him about like some stupid video he made saying like I'm a weak pussy, and then I made a video response saying like, buddy, I'm like twice your fucking size and I can outlift you on like every lift. And then people were pointing out he literally makes response videos to anybody who makes a video about him, and then for some reason, this one he's not saying shit. I remember I commented on one of his live streams, and he didn't say anything. He said, oh, hey, Vegan Gains, what's up? So, I don't know, maybe he just talks shit in his videos for fun. But thanks for the donation, Majin Vegeta.
On an individual level and on a global scale as well.
Well, like a lot of things he says, I think it starts off as trolling, and once he sort of gets some positive reinforcement, whether that's from his
Yeah, I mean, like people are saying he's probably doing this to get better negotiating power for like trade agreements. Considering it's Trump, I'd be a little more cautious. He might like actually be serious.
Oh, there you are. There you are. There you are. I felt your fat butt.
This is my favorite activity.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to hit you that hard.
And it is their least favorite.
Jeez. Behemoth.
But it needs to be done.
Oh my god, a sentient meatball.
So I made them a deal. I'm only allowed to dig them up once a week, and it has to be for a good reason.
How you doing? How'd you sleep?
Sometimes it's for food. They like that reason. And the other time is to check their weight, because that is the easiest way to know if a rain frog is healthy.
Tell me where your boyfriend is.
Wow.
Where is he?
I am not a snitch.
Don't.
Those frogs
First
are
up,
really cute.
Dumpling. Big man, looking good.
Oh my
gaining weight.
god,
Still
look how round.
very nervous, but we'll give him a pass. Into block jail while we get...
That's funny. The two gay frogs have fight. I think that's the video. It's hilarious. Yeah, stupid gay idiot frogs fighting. I don't even know why they bother fighting when that's all they can do. CDG to any tillers. Richard, when are you going to do the live workout stream with your mom? Well, she got sick last week. She was planning on coming over, the last weekend, but she ended up getting sick. So maybe in a few weeks, when she gets better. Can you do it on a weekend? Well, it would be on a weekend because that's when she gets off work. Also, you should make more workout vlogs and streams in general too. We miss OG Vegan Gains content. LLLLL. Yeah, I will. I will do that. Things are kind of very, very boring right now because, one, I'm only just getting back into training seriously because I really got fucked up after that diet. I was getting just hurt left and right after I finished dieting. My elbow still isn't totally recovered and it's still giving me problems and shit. And I also have an issue with I think it's the brachial radialis in my left arm. So doing bicep curls and tricep extensions and shit is very hard. Even some back exercises are kind of bothering me. So I'm only just kind of getting back into serious training, and on top of that, it's cold as fucking shit outside. I can't really go anywhere or do anything, so... Yeah, I mean... Not much to film or do right now. But, probably do the live stream with my mom when she ends up coming over. Gummy, what are you doing? I think he's kind of unplugging my camera. Just a second. Are you unplugging my camera again? Can't unplug things. I love you, little baby. I don't know why you sit there. You're so weird. I gotta take a photo of you. Such a strange kitty. Come, come. Come, come. Yeah, that's a good boy. Oh, what a little weirdo. I don't know why he likes sitting in that particular spot on my desk. He's very fucking strange. I also don't know why this wasn't landscape mode. There we go. Grey Knight Donate $2. Did you hear about people are jumping to another platform called Red Note, supposed to be substitute for TikTok after they ban, only it's more obvious it's Chinese lol and it's in Mandarin.
So TikTok seems like it's likely getting banned in the US. So which app is everybody going to? You may be hearing a lot about Red Note as it just hit #1 in the US Apple App Store, but what is Red Note? Red Note has been called a cross between TikTok and Pinterest. It has short-form videos and live streams, but also a lot of focus.
I think I know what's going on here. A lot of these big influencers on TikTok, they're probably getting paid directly from the Chinese Communist Party. They're very likely not actually making any kind of real ad revenue on the platform. So what might have happened is these creators that have had a contract with the basically Chinese Communist Party, they probably got an email telling them, hey, your channel's about to get banned on TikTok. Here's money to start posting on this platform. It wouldn't surprise me. Like, there's no way this is a natural relocation if your TikTok channel gets taken down. Like, you'd expect somebody to go to YouTube, Rumble, Twitch, you name it. Not a website that is entirely in Mandarin, and then you have American content creators going to a fucking Chinese Mandarin website? There's no way.
Focus on sharing product reviews, personal experiences, and lifestyle content. It's a platform that blends social media with e-commerce, making it
Honestly, any American who posts on this website should probably just go to jail.
easy for users to connect, shop, and discover new trends.
Yeah, anybody posting on this website should just, be arrested for being a Chinese shill.
Launched in 2013, Red Note has quickly become one of China's fastest growing social platforms, valued at over $3 billion. Although originally created...
Well, thanks for the donation, Grey Knight. Botstony Tillers, hope you're well. Are you allowed to get FAL? Why haven't you?
Hello and welcome to Runkle of the Bailey. My name is Ian Runkle. I'm a Canadian.
I think they... I can't remember exactly. I'm not sure if they banned the FAL. I think they did. I'm pretty sure it was on the ban list. I'm going to get my... I don't know if you meant PAL. Are you talking about the FAL, like the rifle, or did you mean to say PAL, the firearms license in Canada? I am planning on getting my PAL, and hopefully by the time I get it, they legalize handguns again, so I can get a Glock and shit. I just haven't gotten around to it. Thanks for the donation, though, Butts.
The other day I remembered one of your scenes from the Lane Norton videos when he said calories from an apple and calories from a burger, what's the difference or something. I legit burst out laughing. Why is fitness industry full of so many wackos?
I have no idea, dude, and that's a guy with a PhD. I know for a fact Lane eats like shit, or at least he used to. I remember he did a video about his blood test results. His LDL was through the fucking roof. I think it was like 200 or something, which is insane. Somebody who is as lean and in shape as him, if they have an LDL at 200, like, they're doing something really, really fucking wrong. So that guy eats like shit. And I think he just copes for it. And he just, like, tries to convince himself, oh, it doesn't matter if I eat like shit. As long as you're, like, you know, lean and in shape, it doesn't matter. I don't know if that's what he's thinking, but yeah, absolute fucking moron. Thanks for the donation, Clyde.
Richard, try to be best 'cause you're only a man and a man's gotta learn to take it. Try to believe though the going gets rough that you gotta hang tough to make it. History repeats itself. Try and you'll succeed. Never doubt that you're the one.
Thank you for the words of encouragement. Appreciate the donation, CDG.
And you can have your dreams. You're the best around. Nothing's gonna ever keep you down. You're the best around. Nothing's gonna ever keep you down. You're the best around. Nothing's gonna ever keep you down.
Well, that's nice. I appreciate the donation again, CDG.
Oh great, now the anti-Semites just have a new platform to spout anti-Semism. How horrible.
Yeah, I mean, it's a Chinese website. I don't think it's going to be as culturally disruptive as TikTok, at least not in the US. More importantly, that's Gum. This is where he likes to sit when I'm streaming for some reason. Right where all the wires are. He likes to sit in the wires and disconnect things here. He likes to make things difficult for me because he's a sweetie pie and I love him. It's my Gum.
Pete Hegseth's confirmation today and Warren got the nut shot on him. The first half is kinda cringe but the last half is absolutely brutal.
I'm doing this job for them.
We can watch that. Thanks for the donation, retard. I already saw this video in my spare time. He doesn't really say anything. He just points out that Trudeau resigning doesn't change anything with the gun bans, so we're just gonna have to wait for the new Conservative Party to get elected and then them get rid of the stupid-ass fucking bans before we can start having fun again.
For all of them.
Thank you, Mr. Hegseth. Senator Warren.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. And Mr. Hegseth, thank you. Thank you for your service. So if you're confirmed as Secretary of Defense, you will oversee our military, including about 250,000 women who currently serve on active duty in the Army, the Navy, the Air Force, the Space Forces, and the Marines. And I have serious concerns that your behavior toward women disqualifies you from serving in this role. Now, I've been trying to get answers from you for quite some time on this. You haven't wanted to meet or to answer any of my questions. So we'll just have to do it here and dive.
Is he gonna call her Pocahontas? That'd be great.
You said an American posting on Red Note should go to jail. What a preposterous, unremittingly dim-witted statement of abject retardation. Can you give any valid argument as to why TikTok or Red Note should not be used by Americans?
Yeah, Chinese. That's why. Chinese. It's just gonna be a Chinese propaganda website. Thanks for the donation, Majin Buu.
In. I want to pick up on some of the questions asked by Senators Shaheen and Gillibrand and Hirono. And I just want to make sure we have a list of some of the facts that I think are undisputed. I'm not going to talk about anonymous sources. I'm just going to quote you directly. We've got the video. We've got it in print. So going back to January 2013, you told a Fox News interviewer that women in the military simply couldn't measure up to men in the military, saying that allowing women to serve in combat roles would...
Oh, God. Bro, why of all things are you bringing that up? Like, what a fucking moron.
Force the military to lower the bar. You picked up on that same theme in 2015, making remarks.
Yes, you dumb bitch. You can literally look at the physical requirements for women. I think they even have completely different standards for everything, not even just physical requirements. Requirements when it comes to accuracy. So when they're testing how well you can shoot a rifle, I think it may be like, I don't know if I may be misremembering. It might be for the Marine Corps specifically or something, but I think they even lowered the requirements for like rifles and machine guns. Like how accurate you have to be or something, like passing a shooting course, because women are worse at shooting in general. But like that's objectively true. There are different physical requirements for women in the military. So if you're going to have more women in the military, that does lower the bar because you are literally lowering the bar.
Remarks on Fox News, referring to women in combat as, quote, it would erode standards. June 2024, you said on Ben Shapiro's podcast, quote, women shouldn't be in combat at all.